Hello, Max here, and welcome to the test. In this episode, we have the Garden Ghouls. This is a review show where we take a look at popular dolls, toys, collectibles, see if they have enough quality points and accessories that they stand the test in time. And I'm going to give my opinion at the end of this review if the Garden Ghouls have a pass or a fail rating. Okay, let's look at Teresa Thorn Willow and her special feature. She is a doll and a playset, and she grows. She's a tree nymph. So let's turn the knob in the back. And there's what she looks like fully extended. Here's to show you how she looks with the mechanism. There's a little critter in there, spider webs. Pretty cool. Okay, let's look at some of these mini fairy dolls that are supposed to go along with the Teresa Thorn Willow playset. Lumina the firefly. Beatrice the bee. And Wingrid the dragonfly. Okay, I have the mini fairies out of their box, and I'm focused on the bottom of the Teresa doll in the playset to show you this is where the fairies are supposed to hang out. It's supposed to be like a playset for them, so we're going to check that out. Open it up. Here is Beatrice. Now, this is kind of a tight fit, so this does not go on easy. I think younger ones are going to have an issue here. I'm going to pause and do this off camera. Okay, I have all the wing critters in the playset part of the doll, and this took a lot of effort to get one in. So on the second Beatrice, I actually gave up and just put her in by the neck. That's not recommended, but I wanted to get on with the review and having some fun with these dolls, so that's what I ended up doing. There's not a spot for the third wing critter, but they each come with this little stand, so you can have her sitting in the bottom of the playset. Here's what the other ones look like for the bee and the dragonfly. Okay, I brought back the fashion dolls with the Cleo, Twyla, and Toralei wing dolls, and we're going to start off with the first review point is character representation. I think the Cleo doll looks really nice in this line. Her butterfly fairy wings are beautiful. I love the dress and the shoes. The Toralei doll is very nice. Again, the wings. The hair is kind of funky, and I love the glasses. So strong character representation. And here's the Twyla. She looks okay. I'm not a fan of this marking here. In older releases of Twyla, she had a translucent arm. She's the daughter of the boogeyman, and it would have been cool if they carried that over. The fairies, the little mini dolls, the winged creatures, I actually think they're pretty cute. There's not articulation. You could never do articulation on this small of a doll. It'll be falling apart. The only thing I really don't like on the little wing critters is their dresses are rubbery. And some of the designs on the dresses are cute. I would have loved a cloth fabric just for this part. This molded on top, it's a small piece, so I understand there. I think they look pretty good. Now for Teresa herself, I think she's lacking some personality. She just has a blank stare. It's some smaller dolls have it, but on this big of a doll, it's very noticeable. And her dress is kind of boring to me. I understand they needed to do something to hide the feature of the doll, but it's just not there for me. Our next review point is durability, quality, and accessories. Now, the wing fashion line, they come with these, two of the three dolls come with these little glasses. Here's Cleo's. They're very cool design, but they have a habit of falling off, especially on Cleo. There's Toraliza, which fare a lot better, and Twyla has a headband. Each of the winged fashion dolls come with these amazing pair of fairy wings that are inserted into the back in a peg. They are posable, but unlike a lot of fairy or winged dolls on the market, there is no flapping mechanism. That would have made these a lot more special and interesting to collect if the wings were able to flap and get some movement. Unfortunately, there are some quality issues on these fashion dolls. As you can see, there is articulation, but it's stiff, and there's a lot of extra plastic. There's holes on the arms and on the legs, and that is an issue on all three of the fashion dolls. The little wing creatures are actually pretty decent. The only downside to them is this skirt material is rubbery. They come with these little accessories, but the other two I had a lot of issues getting them to sit on. Teresa comes with a lot of fairy, flower, and spiderweb accessories that hang off her branches, and these really fall off quite easily when you use the special feature of the doll, and in my opinion they are going to end up lost and a missing accessory. It does not work that well with the feature, only when the branches are fully extended. So there definitely are some issues with the quality and the durability of the molds of the actual dolls, and the accessories, a lot of these are going to go missing, so there's some downsides in this area. To discuss the fun factor and the it factor with this set, all three lines combined together, a major draw of this is the Teresa Thorn Willow doll herself, and that she becomes a playset for these fairies. And the theory and the idea is solid, but the execution is off. Putting these little mini fairy dolls into their slots in there is not fun. It's a hassle, and these accessories go missing all the time. So the idea is great. I think it really fails in the fun factor. I think you're going to play with this maybe once if you're looking for play, and then be done with it. And what are you going to do with this gigantic Teresa Thorn Willow doll? It doesn't succeed for me. My positive for this doll line has to be the concept. Monsters and fairies combined, and the colorful designs is a very cool idea. And the negative, and where they can improve, is definitely in the quality of the plastics. And this Teresa is a gimmick. Once you're done with the special feature, there's not extended play, and the accessories go flying. That's cool, but as long as you're watching the review, that's about as much enjoyment as you're going to get. A few seconds of fun, and then I don't think you're going to play with this much afterwards, in my opinion. Now I'm going to talk about the highlight and the low light. The doll that I think is the most impressive in this line, and the one that's the most disappointing. The winged critters are actually a lot cuter than I thought they would be. The only downside is the rubber skirts and the accessories. They do not sit that well on. But the definite highlight for me is the Cleo Denal doll with her awesome glasses. They do not stay on, but the design of her dress and her wings is amazing. And I like the two colors in her hair. It's very striking. The low light of the line for me personally, in my opinion, is Teresa Thorn Willow herself. Once you get past the gimmick, there's a doll that's just not that special. It's missing a little something that the older releases of Monster High definitely had, a little bit more character. On a large doll like this, the face, the blank stare is very noticeable. A little bit of a facial expression, a wink or something would have gone a long way. And if you get to the base of the doll with the bottom part, you see the bark of the tree, and this green is just big blobs of plastic without any paint detail, and that's very disappointing to me. The date of recording for this episode of the test is August 21st, 2017, and this is a major release for Monster High this year, and to go on a pass or fail rating, in my opinion, there's too many issues, and unfortunately I have to say a fail for this line, and that's hard to say because I'm a big fan of fashion dolls for Monster High. There's just a lot of issues with the actual mold and the plastic on the fashion dolls. They are on stands now, but they do not come with them, and they do not stand easily on their own, and it's very difficult to get them in the stands. The playset itself is very gimmicky. Once you do it a few times, you're not going to play with it much. There's an expressionless Teresa that's missing some of the magic from previous Monster High characters. When they introduce a new character, it's exciting. She doesn't have the excitement. And the fairies that come with her, that come separately, that are supposed to accompany her, are just okay. They do not really fit well with the playset. And that's supposed to be a major draw, to collect these along with Teresa. And it just doesn't work for me. I really hope that some of these points helped in your decision making. I really appreciate you watching, and I want you all to have a great day. Bye.